Welcome back to Starstruck TV, your one-stop destination for in-depth movie reviews, recaps, and all things entertainment. If you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button and smash that notification bell. You don't want to miss out on the latest from your favorite movies and shows. Today, we're diving into Netflix's latest thriller, The Madness. Whether you're here for the gripping performances, the razor-sharp storytelling, or just trying to figure out if it's worth adding to your watch list, you're in the right place. Fair warning though, this review will contain spoilers, so if you haven't had a chance to watch it yet, head over to Netflix, binge it, and come right back here. Ready? Let's jump in. Alright, let's set the stage. The Madness is a Netflix original limited series that takes us on a high-octane ride through corruption, conspiracy, and survival. Created by Stephen Belber and VJ Boyd, this show taps into the zeitgeist of modern anxieties, fake news, extreme polarization, and the devastating consequences of unchecked power. At its heart is Colman Domingo as Muncie Daniels, a media personality turned fugitive after being framed for a chilling murder in the remote woods of Pennsylvania. Daniels, already grappling with personal demons, finds himself at the center of a storm that pits him against shadowy political players, extremist factions, and a justice system designed to crush people like him. Muncie's journey isn't just physical, it's deeply emotional. Estranged from his wife, Elena, and their two children, Callie and Demetrius, his mission to clear his name becomes intertwined with his desire to rebuild the fractured bonds of his family. This personal layer makes the stakes feel real and adds emotional heft to what might otherwise be a straightforward thriller. Let's not forget the powerhouse cast backing up Domingo. Marcia Stephanie Blake shines as Elena, bringing depth to a role that could have been sidelined in less capable hands. Allison Wright delivers a chilling performance as Julia Jane, a morally ambiguous antagonist who keeps you guessing until the very end. With its blend of family drama, psychological tension, and social commentary, The Madness offers a lot to chew on. The good. Now, let's talk about the high points, because when The Madness gets it right, it absolutely soars. First up is Colman Domingo's lead performance. Fresh off his critically acclaimed role in Rustin, Domingo delivers yet another masterclass in acting. As Muncie Daniels, he balances vulnerability and grit, drawing us into his world of paranoia and survival. Whether he's navigating tense confrontations or quiet moments of introspection, Domingo's range is nothing short of remarkable. The show also nails its character dynamics. Muncie's relationships with his family, especially his estranged wife Elena, are complex and raw. Marcia Stephanie Blake matches Domingo's intensity, bringing a sense of quiet strength to Elena's character. Their interactions, filled with unresolved tension and unspoken love, add an emotional anchor to the narrative. One of the standout aspects of The Madness is its cinematography. Directors like Clement Virgo and Jessica Lowry use innovative techniques to heighten the show's tension. The use of tight, claustrophobic framing reflects Muncie's increasingly limited options, while the bleak, muted color palette adds to the sense of despair and urgency. This isn't just a show you watch, it's one you feel. Another high point is the series' ability to tackle big, relevant themes without becoming preachy. From disinformation to the rise of extremism, The Madness is unafraid to hold a mirror up to society. And while it doesn't always offer solutions, its willingness to ask hard questions is commendable. It's the kind of show that sparks conversations long after the credits roll. And let's not forget the pacing of those first few episodes. The opening scenes, where Muncie is thrust into danger, are an adrenaline-fueled ride. The series wastes no time setting up its central conflict, grabbing your attention and refusing to let go. The twists and turns come fast and hard, keeping you on the edge of your seat. Finally, the music deserves a special mention. The haunting, minimalist score perfectly complements the show's tense atmosphere. It's not overwhelming, but creeps in at just the right moments, amplifying the emotional weight of key scenes. So far, The Madness has a lot going for it. A stellar lead performance, compelling character dynamics, and sharp visuals. The bad. Now let's shift gears and talk about where The Madness stumbles, because no show is perfect, and this one has its fair share of shortcomings. First, while the series is undeniably gripping, its pacing is uneven. The first few episodes are packed with nail-biting tension, but as the story progresses, it starts to feel a little bloated. Some subplots, like Muncie's estranged relationship with his children, don't get enough room to breathe, while others, like the political intrigue, are over-explained to the point of losing their edge. Another issue lies with the supporting characters. While Colman Domingo and Marcia Stephanie Blake carry the emotional weight of the series, other performances feel underwhelming or underwritten. Julia Jane, played by Allison Wright, has moments of brilliance as a morally ambiguous antagonist, but her character arc ultimately lacks the depth needed to make her truly memorable. Let's talk about the dialogue. While the show's themes are powerful, some lines feel heavy-handed, as though the writers wanted to hammer home their point rather than letting the story speak for itself. There's a lack of subtlety in certain scenes, particularly when tackling societal commentary. Instead of seamlessly integrating these themes into the narrative, the series occasionally veers into preachy territory. And then there's the ending. Without giving too much away, the finale leaves a lot of loose ends. While some ambiguity can be effective in thrillers, the madness leans a little too heavily on unanswered questions, which might leave some viewers feeling unsatisfied. You can't help but wonder if they were setting up for a potential sequel rather than crafting a complete story arc. The unforgettable. Now that we've aired some grievances, let's talk about what makes the madness unforgettable. Because despite its flaws, this show delivers moments that stick with you long after the credits roll. First, Colman Domingo's performance is nothing short of transformative. His portrayal of Muncie Daniels isn't just the heart of the series, it's its soul. The raw vulnerability he brings to the character, particularly in scenes where he confronts his family or wrestles with his inner demons, is breathtaking. This isn't just a performance, it's a study in human resilience. The series also excels in its ability to create tension. There's a scene midway through the season where Muncie is cornered by law enforcement in a small-town diner. The way the camera lingers on every nervous glance, every bead of sweat, it's a masterclass in suspense. It's the kind of scene that has you holding your breath without even realizing it. And we have to talk about the visuals. The Pennsylvania wilderness becomes a character in its own right, its sprawling forests and desolate roads amplifying the sense of isolation and paranoia. The cinematography elevates the storytelling, turning even mundane settings into something hauntingly atmospheric. Finally, the madness doesn't shy away from bold storytelling choices. While not every twist lands perfectly, the show's willingness to take risks is commendable. Whether it's shocking revelations or morally complex decisions, the series knows how to keep viewers on their toes. Final thoughts, should you watch it? So, where does that leave us? The Madness is a show of contrasts. It's as frustrating as it is fascinating, as flawed as it is fearless. At its best, it's a gripping thriller anchored by a career-defining performance from Colman Domingo. At its worst, it's a bit overstuffed, with uneven pacing and some missed opportunities in its storytelling. That said, if you're a fan of psychological thrillers or love narratives that delve into societal issues, The Madness is worth your time. It's not perfect, but its strengths outweigh its weaknesses, and its standout moments more than make up for its occasional missteps. That's it for today's review of The Madness. What did you think of the show? Did it live up to the hype? Or were you left wanting more? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear your take. And hey, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and share it with your fellow Netflix bingers. Don't forget to subscribe to Starstruck TV for more in-depth reviews, recaps, and behind-the-scenes looks at your favorite films and shows.